Imagine if you could completely change your life in just 60 seconds. Sounds too good to be true, right? Well, get ready to have your mind blown. There's a simple yet powerful spiritual practice that can shift your entire mindset in less time than it takes to brush your teeth. This isn't some complex meditation technique that takes years to master. It's not about chanting strange words or twisting yourself into impossible yoga poses. No, this is something anyone can do, anywhere, anytime. And the best part? It works like magic, instantly clearing your mind and lifting your spirits. So what is this miraculous 60-second rule? It's a spiritual reset button that can transform your day, your mood, and even your life. Stick with me, and I'll reveal how this quick and easy practice can be the game changer you've been searching for. Let's face it, life can be tough. We all have those days where everything seems to go wrong. You wake up late, spill coffee on your shirt, get stuck in traffic, and arrive at work feeling like you've already lived through a whole week of stress. Your mind races with worries about deadlines, bills, and that growing to-do list that never seems to get any shorter. You feel disconnected, overwhelmed, and just plain worn out. It's like you're caught in a whirlpool of negative thoughts, and no matter how hard you try, you can't seem to break free. You've tried deep breathing, positive affirmations, and maybe even downloaded a few meditation apps. But who has the time for hour-long sessions or complicated rituals? You need something quick, something effective, something that can fit into your busy life without adding more stress. That's where our 60-second rule comes in. So what exactly is this 60-second spiritual reset? It's a simple, two-step process that anyone can do, no matter how busy or stressed you are. Step 1 takes just 30 seconds. Find a quiet spot. It could be your desk, your car, or even a bathroom stall if that's all you've got. Close your eyes and take a deep breath. Now, for the next half minute, focus only on your breathing. Feel the air moving in and out of your lungs. Notice the rise and fall of your chest. Don't try to change anything, just observe. This first step is all about grounding yourself in the present moment, pulling your mind away from its constant chatter about the past and future. It's like hitting the pause button on your worries and fears. But we're not done yet. The real magic happens in the next 30 seconds. Let's dive into the nitty-gritty of how this 60-second spiritual reset actually works. Remember, this isn't about complex rituals or hard-to-master techniques. It's about simplicity and effectiveness. We're going to break it down step by step so you can start using this powerful tool right away. First things first, find a quiet spot. Now, don't worry if you can't find perfect silence. The beauty of this technique is that it can work anywhere. Maybe you're at your desk at work, or in your car during your lunch break, or even in a busy coffee shop. The key is to find a place where you can focus for just 1 minute without major interruptions. Once you've found your spot, it's time to get comfortable. You don't need to sit cross-legged on the floor or assume any special posture. Just sit or stand, if that's what works for you, in a way that feels natural and relaxed. The goal here is to be comfortable enough that your body isn't a distraction, but not so comfortable that you might fall asleep. Now, here's where the magic begins. Close your eyes. This simple act is more powerful than you might think. When you close your eyes, you're shutting out visual distractions and turning your attention inward. It's like drawing a curtain between you and the outside world, creating a little cocoon of calm. With your eyes closed, take a deep breath. But this isn't just any breath. This is a breath with intention. As you inhale, feel the air filling your lungs. Notice the sensation of your chest expanding. This deep breath serves two purposes. First, it helps to oxygenate your body, which can have an instant calming effect. Second, it acts as a signal to your mind that it's time to shift gears. Now, for the next 30 seconds, your only job is to focus on your breathing. Sounds simple, right? And it is. But simple doesn't mean easy. You might be surprised at how challenging it can be to keep your attention on your breath for even half a minute. As you focus on your breathing, don't try to control it or change it in any way. Just observe. Notice the rhythm of your breath. Feel the air moving in and out of your body. Pay attention to the rise and fall of your chest or the sensation of air moving through your nostrils. If your mind starts to wander, and it probably will. Don't worry. This is completely normal. Our brains are used to being busy, so it might take some practice to keep your focus on your breath. When you notice your thoughts drifting, gently bring your attention back to your breathing. No need for frustration or self-criticism. Just redirect your focus like you're guiding a puppy back to its bed. This 30 seconds of focused breathing is like a mini meditation. It's giving your mind a chance to settle, like shaking a snow globe and then letting the flakes gently fall. You're creating a moment of stillness in the midst of your busy day. But why is this breathing part so important? Well, our breath is intimately connected to our nervous system. When we're stressed or anxious, our breathing tends to become shallow and rapid. By consciously focusing on our breath and allowing it to slow down naturally, we're sending a signal to our body that it's safe to relax. This focused breathing activates our parasympathetic nervous system, often called the rest and digest system. It's the opposite of the fight or flight response that stress triggers. When the parasympathetic system is activated, our heart rate slows down, our blood pressure decreases, and our muscles relax. It's like hitting the brakes on our stress response. Moreover, this breathing exercise is grounding you in the present moment. So often, our stress and anxiety come from worrying about the future or ruminating on the past. By focusing on your breath, you're anchoring yourself in the here and now. You're giving your mind a break from its constant time traveling and bringing it back to the present. This first half of the 60-second spiritual reset is all about creating a foundation of calm and presence. It's like clearing a space in your mind, sweeping away the mental clutter so you have room for something new. And that something new is coming in the next 30 seconds. Remember, this isn't about perfection. If your mind wanders 100 times in those 30 seconds, that's okay. The practice is in noticing when your mind has wandered and gently bringing it back. Each time you do this, you're strengthening your ability to focus and be present. As you reach the end of this first 30 seconds, you might already notice a difference. You might feel a bit calmer, a bit more centered. Your thoughts might have slowed down a bit. But we're only halfway through our 60-second reset. The best is yet to come. Now that we've laid the groundwork with 30 seconds of mindful breathing, it's time for the second half of our 60-second spiritual reset. This is where we shift gears and tap into the transformative power of gratitude. For the next 30 seconds, your task is simple but profound. Think of something you're grateful for. It can be anything, big or small. Maybe you're grateful for the comfortable bed you slept in last night, or for the friend who sent you a funny text this morning. Perhaps you're thankful for your health, your job, or the beauty of the sky outside your window. The key here is to really focus on this thing you're grateful for. Don't just think about it in a superficial way. Really feel the gratitude in your heart. Imagine that feeling of appreciation spreading through your body, warming you from the inside out. If you're having trouble thinking of something to be grateful for, don't worry. Sometimes, especially when we're feeling stressed or down, gratitude doesn't come easily. In these moments, start with something simple. Maybe you're grateful for the air you're breathing, or for the fact that you have the ability to do this exercise. Even in our darkest moments, there's always something to be grateful for if we look hard enough. As you focus on your chosen object of gratitude, try to engage all your senses. If you're grateful for a person, imagine their face, the sound of their voice, the feeling of hugging them. If it's a place, picture yourself there, feeling the sun on your skin or the breeze in your hair. The more vividly you can imagine it, the more powerful the effect will be. During these 30 seconds, you might find that other things you're grateful for start popping into your mind. That's great. Let that feeling of gratitude grow and expand. It's like you're watering a seed of positivity in your mind and watching it bloom and flourish. But why gratitude? Why is this such an important part of our 60-second spiritual reset? Well, gratitude is like a secret weapon for our mental and spiritual well-being. It has the power to instantly shift our perspective and change our emotional state. When we focus on what we're grateful for, we're literally rewiring our brains. Neuroscientists have found that gratitude activates areas of the brain associated with dopamine and serotonin, our feel-good neurotransmitters. It's like giving your brain a happiness boost. Moreover, Gratitude helps to shift our focus from what we lack to what we have. So often, we get caught up in wanting more money, more success, more stuff. This constant desire for more can leave us feeling perpetually dissatisfied. Gratitude flips the script. It turns our attention to the abundance that's already present in our lives. This gratitude practice is also a powerful antidote to negative emotions like anger, resentment, or envy. It's hard to feel angry when you're focused on what you're thankful for. It's difficult to resent others when you're appreciating the good things in your own life. But the benefits of gratitude go beyond just making us feel good in the moment. Regular gratitude practice has been linked to a whole host of long-term benefits. People who practice gratitude regularly report higher levels of happiness, better relationships, improved physical health, and even better sleep. As you reach the end of this 30-second gratitude practice, take a moment to notice how you feel. You might feel a sense of warmth in your chest, a slight smile on your face, or a general feeling of lightness. This is the power of gratitude at work. Now, as you open your eyes and come back to your surroundings, try to carry that feeling of gratitude with you. Let it color your perceptions as you go about your day. You might be surprised at how this brief moment of appreciation can change your outlook. And just like that, your 60-second spiritual reset is complete. In just 1 minute, you've calmed your mind, centered yourself in the present moment, and shifted your focus to gratitude. It's a simple practice, but don't underestimate its power. The beauty of this technique is that you can use it anytime, anywhere. Feeling stressed before a big meeting? Take 60 seconds to reset. Frustrated with traffic? Use that red light as an opportunity for a quick spiritual reset. Overwhelmed with your to-do list? Pause for a minute to breathe and be grateful. The more you practice this 60-second spiritual reset, the more natural it will become. You might find yourself automatically taking deep breaths when you're stressed, or spontaneously noticing things you're grateful for throughout your day. This is the real magic of the practice. It starts to ripple out into your everyday life. Now that we've walked through the steps of the 60-second spiritual reset, you might be wondering, why does this work so well? How can just 1 minute make such a big difference? Let's dive into the science and spirituality behind this powerful practice. First, let's talk about the mind-body connection. Our minds and bodies are not separate entities, they're intimately connected and constantly influencing each other. When we're stressed, our bodies respond with physical symptoms like tense muscles, rapid heartbeat, and shallow breathing. Conversely, when we consciously relax our bodies, our minds tend to follow suit. The breathing part of our 60-second reset taps directly into this mind-body connection. When we focus on our breath and allow it to slow down naturally, we're sending a powerful signal to our nervous system. We're essentially telling our body, it's okay to relax now. We're safe. This activates our parasympathetic nervous system, which is responsible for our rest and digest functions. It's the opposite of the fight or flight response that stress triggers. When our parasympathetic system is activated, our heart rate slows down, our blood pressure decreases, and our muscles relax. It's like hitting a reset button on our stress response. But the 60-second reset doesn't just work on a physical level. It's also incredibly powerful for our mental and emotional state. By focusing on our breath, we're practicing mindfulness. We're bringing our attention to the present moment, rather than getting caught up in worries about the future or regrets about the past. This present moment awareness is a key principle in many spiritual traditions. It's about being fully engaged with what is, rather than being lost in thought. And while traditional meditation practices often require extended periods of time, our 60-second reset shows that even a brief moment of mindfulness can be transformative. Now, let's talk about the gratitude part of our practice. Gratitude is like a superpower for our mental and emotional well-being. When we focus on what we're grateful for, we're literally changing the chemistry of our brains. Studies have shown that gratitude practice increases the production of dopamine and serotonin, our feel-good neurotransmitters. It's like giving your brain a happiness boost, but it's not just a momentary high. Regular gratitude practice has been shown to have long-lasting effects on our brain structure, making us more likely to notice and appreciate the good things in our lives. Gratitude also helps to shift our perspective. So often, our minds are wired to focus on the negative. It's an evolutionary trait that helped our ancestors survive by staying alert to potential threats. But in our modern world, this negativity bias can leave us feeling stressed and unhappy. Gratitude helps to counteract this by deliberately turning our attention to the positive aspects of our lives. This shift in perspective is more than just positive thinking. It's about recognizing the interconnectedness of all things. When we express gratitude, we're acknowledging that we're part of something larger than ourselves. We're recognizing the web of relationships and circumstances that support us. This sense of connection is a fundamental aspect of spirituality. The combination of mindful breathing and gratitude in our 60-second reset creates a powerful synergy. The breathing calms our body and focuses our mind, creating a space of stillness and receptivity. Then, in that space, we introduce the positive energy of gratitude. It's like clearing a cluttered room and then filling it with beautiful, uplifting things. But perhaps the most powerful aspect of the 60-second spiritual reset is that it helps us connect with our inner selves. In our busy lives, it's easy to lose touch with our core, that part of us that knows who we are and what truly matters. This quick reset allows us to cut through the noise and touch base with our inner wisdom. It's like hitting pause on the chaos of everyday life and remembering who we really are. In those 60 seconds, we're not our jobs, our to-do lists, or our worries. We're simply present, aware, and grateful. And from that place of presence and gratitude, we're better equipped to handle whatever life throws our way. The 60-second spiritual reset works because it aligns with fundamental principles of both psychology and spirituality. It addresses our need for calm and centeredness in a hectic world. It helps us shift from a state of stress and scarcity to one of peace and abundance. And it does all this in a way that's accessible and practical for our modern lives. Remember, this isn't about achieving some perfect state of enlightenment. It's about creating small moments of peace and clarity throughout our day. It's about building a practice that, over time, can transform our relationship with ourselves and the world around us. The power of the 60-second spiritual reset lies in its simplicity and its immediacy. You don't need any special equipment or years of training. You don't need to go on a retreat or radically change your lifestyle. All you need is 1 minute and the willingness to try. So the next time you're feeling overwhelmed, stressed, or disconnected, remember that you have a powerful tool at your disposal. In just 60 seconds, you can reset your mind, calm your body, and open your heart. It's a small investment of time that can yield enormous benefits for your mental, emotional, and spiritual well-being. Now that we've explored how the 60-second spiritual reset works and why it's so effective, let's dive into the specific benefits you can expect from incorporating this practice into your daily life. Remember, these aren't just feel-good promises. They're backed by scientific research and countless personal experiences. First and foremost, the 60-second spiritual reset can help you feel more peaceful right away. In our fast-paced world, finding moments of peace can seem like an impossible task. But with this simple technique, you're giving yourself a mini vacation from stress and worry. It's like pressing a pause button on the chaos of your day. Imagine being in the middle of a hectic workday, feeling overwhelmed by deadlines and demands. Your mind is racing, your muscles are tense, and you can feel your stress levels rising. Now, picture yourself taking just 1 minute to practice the 60-second spiritual reset. As you focus on your breath and tap into gratitude, you'll likely notice an immediate shift. Your breathing slows down, your muscles start to relax, and that mental chatter begins to quiet. It's not that your problems disappear, but your relationship to them changes. You're able to approach your challenges from a place of calm rather than panic. This immediate sense of peace isn't just pleasant, it's powerful. When we're in a peaceful state, we make better decisions, communicate more effectively, and are more resilient in the face of challenges. It's like upgrading your mental operating system to handle life stresses more efficiently. Another key benefit of the 60-second spiritual reset is that it helps you connect with your true self. In our busy lives, it's easy to lose touch with who we really are beneath all our roles and responsibilities. We get so caught up in being employees, parents, partners, and friends that we forget to just be ourselves. This quick reset gives you a chance to touch base with your inner essence. In those moments of quiet breathing and heartfelt gratitude, you're not defined by your job title or your to-do list. You're simply you, a conscious, breathing, feeling human being. This connection with your true self is incredibly grounding. It reminds you of your values, your dreams, and what really matters to you. Over time, this regular connection with your true self can lead to greater self-awareness and self-acceptance. You might find yourself making choices that are more aligned with your authentic desires and values. You might become more comfortable in your own skin, less swayed by others' opinions, and more confident in your own path. The 60-second spiritual reset is also a powerful tool for starting your day with a positive mindset. Think about how you usually start your mornings. For many of us, it involves reaching for our phones, immediately plugging into the world's problems, or mentally running through our to-do lists before we've even gotten out of bed. It's no wonder we often feel stressed and overwhelmed before the day has even really begun. But imagine starting your day with 60 seconds of mindful breathing and gratitude instead. You're setting a positive tone for the hours ahead. You're reminding yourself of the good things in your life before you face any challenges. It's like priming your mind for positivity. This positive start can have a ripple effect throughout your entire day. You might find yourself more patient in traffic, more understanding with your coworkers, or more creative in solving problems. It's not that you'll never feel stressed or upset, but you'll have a solid foundation of calm and gratitude to return to. Beyond these immediate benefits, regular practice of the 60-second spiritual reset can lead to long-term changes in your mental and emotional well-being. Studies on mindfulness and gratitude practices, which form the core of our 60-second technique, have shown a wide range of benefits, including reduced symptoms of anxiety and depression. By regularly shifting your focus to the present moment and to things you're grateful for, you're training your brain to step out of negative thought patterns. Improved sleep. Many people find that a gratitude practice before bed helps them fall asleep more easily and sleep more soundly. Better relationships. When we're more present and appreciative, our interactions with others tend to improve. You might find yourself listening more attentively, expressing appreciation more often, and handling conflicts more gracefully. Increased resilience. Regular mindfulness and gratitude practice can help you bounce back more quickly from setbacks and challenges. Enhanced creativity. By calming your mind and shifting your perspective, you're creating space for new ideas and insights to emerge. Improved physical health. Some studies have linked gratitude practices to lower blood pressure, improved immune function, and reduced inflammation in the body. Greater overall life satisfaction. By regularly tuning into the good things in your life, you're likely to feel more content and fulfilled overall. Remember, these benefits don't require hours of meditation or major life changes. They're available to you through just 60 seconds of focused practice. It's a small investment of time that can yield enormous dividends in your quality of life. To really bring home the power of the 60-second spiritual reset, let me share a personal experience. A few months ago, I was going through a particularly stressful period in my life. I had taken on a big project at work. My partner and I were in the middle of moving to a new house, and to top it all off, I was dealing with some ongoing health issues. Every morning, I would wake up feeling overwhelmed before I even got out of bed. My mind would immediately start racing with all the things I had to do, all the potential problems that could arise, all the ways I might fail. By the time I actually started my day, I was already exhausted and stressed. That's when I decided to try the 60-second spiritual reset. To be honest, I was skeptical at first. How could just 1 minute make a difference in the face of all this stress? But I figured it couldn't hurt to try. So, the next morning, instead of reaching for my phone as soon as I woke up, I took 60 seconds for the reset. I focused on my breath for 30 seconds, feeling the rise and fall of my chest, letting the air flow in and out naturally. Then, for the next 30 seconds, I thought about things I was grateful for. My comfortable bed, the quiet of the early morning, the fact that I had a job to go to, even if it was stressful. I won't say it was an instant miracle. My problems didn't magically disappear, but I did notice a shift. As I got up to start my day, I felt lighter somehow. The challenges ahead still seemed big, but they no longer felt overwhelming. I had a sense of calm that I could return to when things got tough. Encouraged by this small success, I decided to keep up the practice. I did the 60-second reset every morning when I woke up, and I started incorporating it into other parts of my day too. Before big meetings, I'd take 60 seconds to reset. When I felt frustrated with the moving process, I'd pause for a minute to breathe and find something to be grateful for. Over time, I noticed bigger changes. I was sleeping better at night. I found myself snapping at my partner less often. At work, I was able to focus more clearly on tasks and come up with creative solutions to problems. Even my health started to improve, whether from reduced stress or just a more positive outlook, I'm not sure. But the biggest change was in how I felt about my life overall. Yes, I still had challenges and stressful days, but I no longer felt at the mercy of my circumstances. I had a tool, a simple, quick, effective tool that I could use anytime to center myself and shift my perspective. Now, months later, the 60-second spiritual reset is an integral part of my daily routine. I use it multiple times throughout the day, whenever I need a moment of calm or a shift in perspective. It's become as natural as taking a deep breath when I'm stressed. What amazes me is how such a small practice can have such a big impact. It's not about ignoring problems or pretending everything is perfect. It's about creating a moment of peace and gratitude that can serve as an anchor in the midst of life's storms. I share this story not to say that the 60-second spiritual reset is a magic cure-all, but to illustrate how powerful it can be when incorporated into your daily life. It's a simple tool, but in my experience, it's one of the most effective ways to create real, lasting change in how you feel and how you approach life's challenges. Now that we've explored the ins and outs of the 60-second spiritual reset, it's time for you to experience its power for yourself. I want to challenge you to incorporate this practice into your life, starting right now. Here's your challenge. For the next week, commit to doing the 60-second spiritual reset at least once a day. It doesn't matter when you do it. It could be first thing in the morning, during your lunch break, or right before bed. The important thing is to make it a consistent part of your routine. Remember, all you need is 60 seconds. That's less time than it takes to check your email or scroll through social media. It's a tiny investment that can yield enormous benefits. Start by finding a quiet moment. Close your eyes, and for the first 30 seconds, focus on your breath. Feel the air moving in and out of your body. Notice the rise and fall of your chest. If your mind wanders, gently bring it back to your breath. For the next 30 seconds, think of something you're grateful for. It could be something big, like your health or your family, or something small, like the taste of your morning coffee or the warmth of the sun on your skin. Really feel that gratitude in your heart. I encourage you to try this at different times of day to see when it's most effective for you. You might find that a morning reset helps you start your day on a positive note. Or maybe an afternoon reset is just what you need to push through that midday slump. Some people love doing it right before bed to help them wind down and sleep better. Don't be discouraged if it feels awkward or difficult at first. Like any new habit, it might take a little time to get used to. Stick with it, and you'll likely start to notice changes in how you feel and how you approach your day. And here's a bonus challenge. Try using the 60-second spiritual reset in moments of stress or difficulty. The next time you're feeling overwhelmed at work, frustrated with a family member, or anxious about a situation, pause for 60 seconds to reset. You might be amazed at how it can shift your perspective and help you respond more calmly and effectively. Remember, this isn't about achieving perfection. It's about creating small moments of peace and gratitude in your day. Every time you do the reset, you're strengthening your ability to stay calm and centered, no matter what life throws your way. So, are you up for the challenge? Are you ready to experience the power of the 60-second spiritual reset for yourself? I believe that if you commit to this practice, even for just a week, you'll start to see real changes in how you feel and how you approach life. As we wrap up our exploration of the 60-second spiritual reset, let's take a moment to reflect on what we've discovered. We've learned that in just 1 minute, less time than it takes to make a cup of coffee, we can tap into a wellspring of calm, clarity, and gratitude that has the power to transform our entire day. We've seen how this simple practice combines the power of mindful breathing with the transformative energy of gratitude. We've explored the science behind why it works, delving into how it affects our nervous system, our brain chemistry, and our overall well-being. We've discussed the numerous benefits, from immediate stress relief to long-term improvements in mental health and life satisfaction. But perhaps most importantly, we've discovered a tool that's accessible to everyone, regardless of their background, beliefs, or life circumstances. The 60-second spiritual reset doesn't require any special equipment, extensive training, or radical lifestyle changes. It's a practice that can fit into even the busiest of schedules, a moment of peace that's always available to us, no matter where we are or what we're doing. In our fast-paced, often chaotic world, it's easy to feel overwhelmed, stressed, and disconnected. We often think we need to make big changes to improve our lives. A new job, a new relationship, a complete overhaul of our habits. But what if the key to greater peace, happiness, and fulfillment was already within our reach? What if we could start to transform our lives with just 60 seconds at a time? That's the promise of the 60-second spiritual reset. It's not about achieving some perfect state of enlightenment or eliminating all stress from our lives. It's about creating small moments of mindfulness and gratitude throughout our day. It's about building a practice that, over time, can shift our entire perspective and approach to life. Remember, change doesn't always come in grand, sweeping gestures. Often, it's the small, consistent actions that lead to the biggest transformations. Each time you take 60 seconds to breathe mindfully and focus on gratitude, you're laying another brick in the foundation of a more peaceful, centered, and fulfilling life. As you move forward from here, I encourage you to make the 60-second spiritual reset a part of your daily routine. Use it in the morning to start your day on a positive note. Use it during stressful moments to regain your balance. Use it at night to reflect on the good things in your life before you sleep. And as you practice, be patient with yourself. Like any skill, this gets easier and more natural with time. Some days, you might find it challenging to focus or to find things to be grateful for. That's okay. The practice itself, the act of pausing, breathing, and shifting your attention, is valuable, regardless of how it feels in the moment. Remember, you have the power to change your mind and your life, 1 minute at a time. The 60-second spiritual reset is more than just a technique. It's a reminder of your innate capacity for peace, gratitude, and positive change. It's a way to reconnect with your true self and with the present moment, no matter what's going on around you. So take a deep breath, find something to be grateful for, and step into the next moment with renewed clarity and calm. Your 60-second journey to a more centered, peaceful you starts now. Embrace it, practice it, and watch as it transforms not just your day, but your entire approach to life. Thank you for joining me on this exploration of the 60-second spiritual reset. Here's to the power of 1 minute and to the beautiful changes it can bring to our lives. Remember, a more peaceful, grateful, and fulfilled you is just 60 seconds away.